Hey everybody, it's Wendy. Thank you so much for joining me back at Shady Port Soaps. I haven't been here in a while. I hadn't been here since February, and I'm making a skincare product. It is a sugar and salt scrub. I make it for people at work, and some people know about it and some people don't. So they're going to get it tomorrow, and I want to make it fresh. So I'm adding lavender fragrance to it and a little bit of tea tree. And so I'll show you a little bit more over here. And thank you so much for joining me back. I made some soap back in October, and I have, well, everybody has that problem with the inflation this year, and I couldn't buy most of my products that go inside, my ingredients to my soap. So something I was lacking, and that was the battery to the scale, and I measured my lye in my water, and I got too much lye in the soap that I made October. It was supposed to be Christmas. And this is what happens, and it's in flaked right in front of you. This is what happens if you put too much lye. Sorry, I took everything off my counter and put it over here. Don't look at it. So anyway, it smells marvelous, but you can't use this because I've got too much lye in it, and all it's going to do is burn your skin. What a waste. So always make sure, if you're making soap, so I'm going to put this in a trash can. If you're making soap, always use fresh products. It could have a shelf life for a few months, but I would say no more than 6. And if someone wants to correct me, you go right ahead. So what I'm going to use for my sugar and salt scrub is sugar and salt, and it's going to be kosher salt, and it's going to be coarse. And I'm also going to use just regular, sugar that you would use for, a cup of coffee, cakes, anything you use sugar for. We all love sugar, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put this camera away from my face and get it situated down here. I'm putting it in this. I was going to put it in this big bowl. It might be a mistake. I'm trying to figure out what will hold the most. I'm going to make about 16 of these, and they're different sizes. I'm talking loud because I just got over a cold I had it for a couple of weeks, and my ears won't stop being stopped up. That's a small one, and I think I'll hold it in front of the people I work with and say, which size. And this right here seals itself pretty good. I got lids for the other ones. Now, making the product is going to be very easy. It's just presentation of what it's going to look like. It wasn't tricky. It was just how to put a little bit of thought in it. And so I decided to tie, see this little ribbon? Tie a small spoon, so you can dip it out and put it dip it out, put it in your hand, and wash it thoroughly. And I'll put a little label. That's what the ribbon is for, to tie everything around. And I'll put sugar and salt. Also, I have 2 fragrances, like I said earlier, and this is how much I got. I don't know if you could see that. Now, also, this is the oil, and if I need more, I'll put more in it. It's like a half of a cup of this. I don't know if this is a complete cup or not. There's my tea tree and my lavender, and I use a little bit more lavender than this bottle to distribute. And so I'm going to distribute a little bit at a time. I want to make sure that the essential oils don't hit your skin without some kind of a carrier oil. And even though I've seen people just use regular olive oil, that's fine. But I like to use castor oil. This has been sitting there for a while. I don't know what that stain is, but this is castor oil. You can use that and fractionated coconut oil to put with the essential oils, because it will burn your skin. And I like to use this roller bottle to put that castor oil or fractionated coconut oil and the essential oils inside that for whatever purpose that I need it. Sometimes it's frankincense for pain, or this right here is supposed to, I think it has rosemary in it for hair growth, and someone's told me to put it on my eyebrows. So, but that's how I would do any kind of put essential oils with on your skin. Make sure you got castor oil or fractionated coconut oil. They sell those in Hobby Lobby. Well, they sell castor oil everywhere. I also got added in olive oil. So it's not a whole lot of oil because you don't want your sink to get clogged up. And I'll go ahead and put my rubber gloves on, and I'm going to use a plastic spoon to mix it in. I've made these many times, the salt and sugar scrubs, or sugar and salt scrubs. I sold it at a flea market, and it was my #1 seller, other than my soap. Can you believe that? So this is going to take a while, and I have to get this out. I don't think I'll fill the whole thing up, but y'all see everything I'm doing? Okay. And sometimes I just switch them. Open up this sugar. Alright. And I have coloring in my soaping room, I call it. But the thing about it is, I couldn't find any purple, and it would make a great lavender color. But this is lavender fragrance. And like I said, I love tea tree. Tea tree just enhances the smell of a lot of things. So I don't know how much I need. I got like 16 jars, and they're all, like I said, they're different sizes. And I just bought an extra box because I didn't know how much I had in this one. And this is the only time I ever used this kosher salt. It's because it's coarse. You get an evenness of soft, fine, granulated sugar and the coarseness of this salt. Feels good on the skin, especially when you got that oil mixed in, and then you got the, like I said, an enhancement of the fragrance. I use all that sugar. I think I might want to do a little bit more salt. That's a new box. Now the hardest part of this is figuring out if I have enough oil in it and fragrance. So I'm going to combine the oil with the fragrance right now. That's the fragrance in the green. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. And since this, see if I need anything differently. It's almost even. See why I wear gloves? I don't want to be handling someone else's stuff. You know, you want to be sanitary about it, be clean about it. Now, even when I cut my soaps, I've been wearing gloves mainly because if it's still a little bit sticky, it's got my residue on the soap. Even though when they wash with the soap, they wash off my residue, but still, that's something else to think about. Alright, so a little bit at a time. I've made some of this stuff a little bit too greasy, oily. And all the oil would stick to the bottom. It's very fragrant. So I'm going to end up putting a little bit more oil in it. It's going to be the olive oil. So if you ever get any essential oils on your skin, other than frankincense, frankincense is safe. If you get, like, I got peppermint on my skin. I was putting it in my garden outside because I put it on some cotton balls to keep spiders out of my garden. And I was doing this, and it splattered on my hands. I should have had gloves on. And it burned for about 4 hours. This is very fragrant. Oh yeah. I'm trying to make sure everything's just distributed in the right place. It would have looked much better if I had a coloring in it. I think a little bit more oil, just a little bit, because in a few minutes I'm going to test it and then see how it sticks. A little bit more castor oil. It's starting to look like the consistency I really want it to look like, but in the corners I'm afraid that I might not be getting it. Looks like snow. Supposed to be getting snow down here. We're going to get some snow down south. I won't be down here in South Carolina for Christmas again. I go to Florida the last few years. I go to 50 and 60 degree Christmas. It's supposed to be like, for the high on Christmas, I hear it's going to be like 38 for the high. In South Carolina? It's very fragrant. I got a sensitive nose. Okay, does that look fluffy enough for you? I'm gonna grab some of this and see how it looks like. Okay, I stopped it for a little while so I can do a little bit more mixing and added just a smidgen more of oil and a few sprinkles of tea tree. Everybody doesn't have my kind of taste, but I love tea tree. I took this, like maybe a portion of the spoonful to the sink and washed my hands, and I say it's the most perfect amount, period. The only reason I added more oil is because I added a little bit more salt, and I don't know if it's gonna, if I run out before I hit to the very end of my jars, then I just have to make some more. So I'm not gonna fill all these up in front of you. It's just gonna fill up a couple of them. A lot of people have told me that they went to the beach and used it when I sold this at that flea market. They said that they went to the restroom and had these, and you just scoop it up and wash your hands with it. I think that's enough. And I'm also going to use this big one. So seal this up. These things are so cute, these miniature ones. They're so cute. And if I have to make some more, I'll put some extra in there. So, looks like they got shafted. So, let's see here. Maybe a smaller spoon. Let's see here. I'm gonna get a smaller spoon. All right, so that's there, and I'm gonna do this one because it's sitting here. And there's that one. If I can see it to put that thing up. Hard to do it with gloves. I'll put more in that one too. Alright, well, that's those there, and I'll be doing more. I got more to do. So, I've got plenty of salt and sugar, and if I have to, I'll start all over again. I got some more fragrances, and I got a big jar of my tea tree. Well, it's a bottle. Alright, thank you so much everyone for joining me. I'll show you the end results. Y'all have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you the next time when I can afford more soap products. Y'all have a good day. So I got the idea of putting a little spoon with the jar. Isn't that cute? To scoop it out to wash your hands from this actual jar that I got from Hobby Lobby. All the jars I got are from Hobby Lobby. See that? And it's got a cork top. The only reason I didn't get all these is because there wasn't very many available, and they were also $5.49. So this is my leftover. I had to make extra for another 3 jars, so I'm interrupting the video. And I'll go ahead and put some nice hot water on my hand and show you what I'm talking about. So someone would probably, let's see, I want to put it in there. Someone scoop this out and put it in their hands. And this is how I used to do it. I rub it together, the salt and sugar. This is part of my second one, so it's going to blend in with the other ones. And so you're exfoliating that dead skin on your hands, and you get quite a lot. Well, I do. Run it under the scalding hot water. And you got that little bit of the oil in it. And it's not greasy oil, it's more like a lotion oil. My hands are extremely soft right now. And fragrant. So, anyway, that's the story of that. So, So this is a little piece of wood spoon. It's so cute. And got the cork top. So I've used this before. It's been sitting in my cabinet waiting on this opportunity to use again. Okay.